Welcome back. Welcome back to another week of Basic Gunter for Witches.
Whoop whoop. Excited to have
Woo!
ya. Whoopity
Yes.
whoop whoop whoopity
We
woo.
we have so many things to go
I
through,
know.
but before we go through all the new stuff, we need to go through how amazing Kelsey was in this last episode.
Yes. I fucking loved it. Okay,
Oh
honest,
man.
honest, you listened to it. Did you
Oh, I
listen to
love
it?
Kelsey. I I always have a trouble.
Brittany,
I
Marie.
know. I know. The thing is, here's the thing.
Getting
Here's the
told
thing.
you. Okay, yeah. You tell
I
me your
was
thing, and then I'm gonna ream into you on it. Go ahead.
I always listen and watch the TikToks and stuff like that, but I have a problem watching myself and listening to a full episode of ourselves.
That's a
I don't know
problem.
why.
And then here's me. That's my fucking job to like literally
It's my
put them
job.
together.
Yeah.
Brittany, Marie,
And
you
you do
have
such
to
a great
listen to
job.
it. You know
You
what?
do
I
such a great job.
I am Brittany, you do, and it's such a good episode. I really thoroughly enjoyed it. I like
I
listened
was
to it on one
there,
of my walks.
Jessica.
I know, but like but you know, Brittany, I was there
I
too.
was there.
I was there too, but I still listened
I
to
know.
it like when I was I listened to the full thing on my walk. I had a good chance to like go back and kind of reflect on the questions that we were asking. And like I was talking to you, I'd love to have Kelsey back because I have like follow-up
Yes.
questions. And like,
I
y'all,
know.
yes.
Well, and
Like,
it was awesome too because Kelsey had mentioned with us bringing her on her episode.
mhm.
There's been a couple new followers come her way, and a couple more people have signed up for her retreat. So that's
Oh, that's
very, very exciting.
fantastic. Oh, I'm so
Yeah,
excited for her. Oh, that's
yeah,
wonderful. Yeah,
yeah. So that
it's
way we can
great.
you
I
can share
really
her gift with
enjoyed
the world.
that. Frick. And
Yeah,
honestly, like because I talked with Brittany about having Kelsey back. I haven't talked to Kelsey about it. I hope she comes back.
I
I
have.
think she will. Okay, great.
I asked her. I already
But
asked her.
yeah, if anybody else, maybe we'll put out like a speech bubble or what are those called? An ask me question
Ask
box
me
or whatever.
anything.
Ask me anything or whatever on
Yeah, because I showed that to
Instagram.
Kels that she can
Yeah.
come back for any follow up questions that anyone had during the episode,
Yeah.
as well as she'll answer them live with
Yeah,
us.
totally. That'd be fucking sweet. Yeah, because I was like, oh, why didn't I ask this? Or like, what about this? What about that? Anyways, okay, so that's cool.
But once
Um,
you get the ball rolling, it's hard to think of all of the questions that you want to
oh,
ask. You literally just like,
totally.
I don't think we have enough
Totally.
time.
Oh, totally. And I mean, like that was already like an hour episode. So yeah, no, I totally understand. We'll definitely have her back. And Brittany, you have to start listening to our episodes. You got like, you do you even subscribe to us on
Yes.
Apple Podcasts or Amazon
Yes.
Podcasts?
I download them
Mm-hmm.
every week, Jessica.
Oh,
I do.
that's nice. And to do
Download
what
them.
with? What do you do? Just save
And
that. Just save
save
it.
it.
Save, copy the link, and then you just go about your biz. What do you
I
just
feel so
that's
called
it.
out. You know what, Jessica?
Yeah. Uh-huh. Pretty stop that. Stop that rubbing. She's rubbing her face, and I don't know why, but apparently it triggers me to wipe my face. But you know what? Okay, but so we talked about this before we started recording. But when you touch
Yeah.
your face, somebody like when you're touching, say Brittany's touching her face, and I'm like, oh, is there something
Yeah.
on my face? Like I start touching my face.
Yeah. You
But
almost mimic each other thinking,
hmm,
is there something in my teeth? Do I have like a low hanging booger in my nose? Like, what's
right?
going
It's
on?
like what's
Do I have
happening?
something on my face that I should also be mimicking you? Because I
Yeah,
think you're trying to subtly tell me there's
exactly.
something on my face.
But the same thing happens to me when okay, and like we were again talking about this before the break, is my friend, my lovely friend who may I hope he listens anyways, my he friend. I'm just gonna say your name, Morgan. He was telling me that because I don't know if we talked about snot or I don't know, or like I sound nasally because I'm also surprised, still sick. That's just no surprise.
Yeah. It's been almost
Um
a year now.
it's almost a year now, exactly.
Hasn't caught a
But
break.
like when somebody like wipes their nose or like pulls out a Kleenex or whatever, it like triggers me to
Yeah,
like I'm like, oh, we talked about a runny
I need to do
nose,
that.
and now my nose is just like sorry, that
Oh,
voice. Oh, that was so bad.
no, it's so
Anyways,
funny. It's funny.
yeah. So,
God, but
anyways,
yes, no, it's so fun. Well, so speaking of that, there's a couple things I wanted to go through before my brain forgets them because that
yes,
happens too easily. So I wanted to talk about Kelsey.
yeah.
Kelsey's awesome, amazing. She's coming back for sure, for sure.
Mhm.
Um, yeah, wanted to bug Jessica about the nose touching and or the teeth thing, like
Yeah, or whatever.
licking
And
your
the same thing,
teeth,
like doing
the
something
whole thing,
and yeah,
and you just assume that you're yeah. But going back a couple episodes when we talked about like the wishes and like the good luck charms,
yes, yeah,
one that I literally didn't even think about until yesterday
okay,
was again, this may have just been a me thing, but
yeah,
when you would get the little mandarin oranges at Christmas time, if you were
yeah.
to peel it and you peel it all in one piece, so like
One
no flaky
Piece.
pieces,
Yeah.
that would be like your wish token
You
to be
get
like,
your
oh, I
wish.
deserve a wish.
Totally. Yeah. And then if
I don't
it's
know if
like,
anyone else
God
does
damn it,
that.
One Piece fell off. Yeah, I forgot
Yeah.
about that one.
Oh,
That's a good
wish is
one.
ruined. Throw out the fucking orange. Try again.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah, no, I totally get that. Yeah, no. And now I think about it, like, what did I wish for with that? Because like I don't know. But it was like
I
such
wish
a
for another orange.
another orange. Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I don't know what I was gonna say after that, but it's fine. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
going back to the episodes because we're just gonna
We're
ping
gonna
and
quick review.
pong.
Quick review of how
Quick review of
our
how we're doing.
there's so
Exactly.
many
We'll eventually get
amazing
into our
favorite
topic.
episodes. Yeah.
Exactly. I was thinking the other day, I'm like, oh, like I think we've done some great episodes, and I'm like,
Mhm.
oh, but I wish I like remembered what we talked about in like this. Okay, oh, I know what it came out from is because I like watch a lot of tarot readers on TikTok, and I'm like, oh, I love the way that they read. I love like I really respond to like my one like a couple sets of my tarot decks. Do you know what I mean like I'm really good with them?
Yeah.
But like these people, oh, this is what that means. Oh, this is what that means, and the recall is so good that I'm like, oh, I just need to like go back and relearn it all. But where do I start? I was like, Jessica, we did a fucking episode on it. So you have to. So I'm gonna go and I'm gonna start listening to our episodes again
That's good. That's good.
because I
Do a
am
deep
excited
dive
about
review.
it. But like I
Yeah.
think that's yeah, I'm excited to do it. But
Well, speaking of good recall, our cousin Jordan, we were doing a cousin call the other day, and he was reading out of the deck, and he didn't even have to look at like the little book that's included. He knew all of the tarot because he just decided to study it one day. And I was like, I envy your brain. I'm like, I don't have enough
Fabulous.
capacity to. So there's too many things. There's too many messages.
Totally,
he knew the basis right away, and I'm like, oh,
that's
that's
fantastic.
amazing.
That's great. Also, a cousin call that I wasn't invited to.
You were sleeping. It was.
I mean, like, still.
It would have been like 3 o'clock in the morning.
I mean, that's fine. Matthew,
and like
my brother.
I stay up late
Oh.
to FaceTime you.
That is a fucking lie. No. You stayed up because you wanted like the "I'm home" safe text from whomever, and I say get
from
to sleep
whoever,
from your partner. But still, but no, like none of this. Don't stay up to that. You don't sleep. It is like insomnia. So don't even say that. That's not on me.
But it's like a bonus because then I get to see you and the babies.
Exactly.
2 o'clock my time. I'm just like,
they're
they
awake.
are awake. Go for bed. They're awake.
Colin's off school the next couple of days. Yippee! I don't know about that, but it's only 2 days. They're February break because they get another break, which is just 2 days. Thank the Lord, because I don't know.
Well,
I couldn't.
By this time this comes out, it'll be Saturday, and so the upcoming week is the break for Canada.
For you guys. Okay, cool. Yeah, I don't know what's happening. I don't think there's any days off next week. I know Colin goes to school, so that's great. I'm gonna go with that. Yeah. Excuse me. What were we talking about? So you can call anytime. That's what I was gonna say. Not like you'd call before 6 a.m. No.
I would
time. Yeah. No, 6 a.m. your time, because that'd be afternoon for me. We're 6 hours ahead currently, so doesn't matter. It's fine. Don't worry about it. What else are we gonna talk about?
It all depends on the sleeping. It just depends.
Children.
We're gonna talk about Valentine's Day.
Valentine's Day.
We're gonna talk about Rihanna with Super Bowl.
Rihanna.
Bitch better have my money.
Okay, yeah. Like I was so jazzed. Like so again, it was on it like
every song she chose.
I totally agree. Okay, so I was sick as a dog sick, and so I was as like, there was as a dog. I could not. There was no way to see 10 p.m., let alone like midnight when the halftime show was, or whatever time it was. So I did it all on Monday morning, which I was also just as sick. It was not great. But there was me. The kids were playing in the playroom, like where I am now. And they're just playing. And I'm like, bitch, but I have. It was so great. And I've talked to a few people about it. And they were like, oh, she didn't dance. I was like, girl's pregnant. Girl just had a baby.
Yeah.
She could do whatever she wants. She's amazing. Her voice is so amazing.
So before she even like led that she was pregnant, I was just so happy to see a postpartum body that I was like, girl, fuck yeah, like you rock the world. You're the most like successful young entrepreneur who's my fucking age out there. You do whatever you want.
Exactly. Like, fuck yeah. I'm like, you just show up, because they're not there for your body. And like, she could still, if she weren't pregnant and still had just a normal postpartum body shaking it like whatever, like fuck yeah. Anyways, I fucking
still did what she could. I really had a great time.
Yeah, my I'm very fond of Rihanna because like actually the year, okay, not the year, but like when me and one of my best friends, Sarah, when we
Mhm.
had like started hanging out like more, we were in grade 7 and
Yeah.
Ponder Replay just came out. Was it grade 7 or grade 8? I don't want to say it was grade 8 maybe. We had met before that, but we started hanging out in grade 8. Anyways,
Oh,
and Ponder Replay had just come out, and like she always says, she's like, I always think of you when this song comes on. And I'm like, and now I always think of
oh,
Sarah. So I was just like, Ponder
yay.
Replay. Anyways, it's so good. I don't even know if
I
she
love
sang
that.
Ponder Replay, but when I think of Rihanna, I think of Ponder Replay, and I think of Syria, Syria,
I
Sarah,
I think
Sarah.
so. Well, there's one song that she sings. Uh, she's like when she's like, "You're gonna make me feel like the, what is the word? Damn it! It's like the only girl in the
Gonna
world."
make me feel
Yeah.
like I'm the
So
only
my
one in
biggest
the
memory
world.
with that song is when
Yeah.
I was in Vegas. We for the first time we were able to be in this really fancy VIP area with the
Yeah.
cast of The Office, and I
Yeah.
remember like standing on the couch singing this song as hard as I possibly
Yeah.
could. And it was like one of those big moments that I was like, Brittany, you made it.
You did it.
You
It's
really
like,
did it, girl.
yeah, oh my gosh.
So every time
Brian
that song comes on, I'm like,
Baumgartner or whatever his name is, the one who plays the one who yelled at Jess for not calling him Brian.
oh, oh yeah, what's
Oh
his real?
God, what's
That's
his
his real
name?
name. His
His
real
name
name
is
is what?
Brian Baumgardner or something like that. Baumgartner. But who
Right,
was
and
all
they
there?
call him.
They called
Um,
him fuck,
the
what's
only
his
people
name?
that weren't there was
Chili
Steve
Man.
Carell.
Fuck. Steve Carell was not there. Oh, so
Steve
everybody else
Carell
was there.
was not there.
Like, I'm sorry, so Jim Krantz, I'm sorry, Krasinski was there? And you never led with this
As
ever.
far as
This
I've
is
been
my
known,
first news.
no, because I didn't know The Office. I didn't watch it at that point, so I didn't know anybody. I
Well,
hadn't watched it. Yeah, I know.
that should be
I know missed
the shot.
opportunities. Missed opportunities.
Well, Britt,
I didn't know my
good.
friend Jess, who had come with us and was amazing, and
Yeah.
she was very excited. She's like, "Are you excited?" And I was like, "I don't know. I don't
I
know."
don't know. Should I be? And now you're like, I should have been.
I was like, "Oh shit! If
I mean,
only I wouldn't have taken all those stupid tequila shots from Brian or whatever his name was, because he kept
Brian.
pushing
Fuck.
tequila
Okay,
shots."
why am I having such a hard time? And I bet you people are like listening and being like, his name was this.
You're
And
like,
like,
"You're a dummy."
I need to
We'll
know
find
this
it.
because
We're
Ryan,
IMDb real fast.
I'm literally on the app. Ryan listens to The Office every night before bed. Like, I'm
Oh,
not
that's
kidding you. So then
awesome.
I listen to The Office every time before bed, even though he
His
falls
name's
asleep
Kevin.
before me. Kevin.
Kevin.
Yeah.
So she kept calling him Kevin,
Yes. And he's like,
and
my
his real
name
name
is
is
Brian
Brian.
Baumgartner. I got it right. I did get it right. Baumgartner.
So, yeah.
Yeah. Anywho,
So
that's
'cause
great.
I don't remember much of the night because Jess was more sober than I was because
Not me, Jess.
Kevin kept being like, "Here's more shots," and no, and she
Yeah.
kept being like, "Here, Brittany, you're young in control of your life."
Like, am I
Like,
though?
great until I wasn't. Until I wasn't.
Until
Until
I just
I was
bathed.
just like, "Hey, security guard, I need you to get me the hell out of here."
Yeah, exactly. I needs to leave.
You ran
She
out and I
needs
threw
to
up
go.
in the lobby
Yeah,
bathroom.
exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um
I remember having that accident.
Vegas, yes. Vegas has that effect on people. And I've got a few stories of my own for Vegas, but one of which has left
I
scars on
love
my
Vegas
body.
though. That's one
So
place that I'll never get bored of going to.
I am bored
I'll
of
never
it,
get
but
bored
that's
going
fine.
to.
It's just like I've been
Really?
there, done that.
Why?
I don't know. I just
But
like,
this every time you go there will be a different adventure.
oh, I know. And it depends on who you go with too. I mean, I've been
Yeah.
actually that's a lie. I've only been twice with two amazing groups of people.
Yeah.
I wish I had gone and like for other stay-ats and stuff. It just like didn't work out for time or money or whatever, right? But
Yeah.
yeah. So I mean I would go back,
And I've gone like
right?
5 or 6 times and I'm just like, I go back again. That was
But
awesome.
I think I'd go
Every
back with
time is
like
very different.
I'd want to go with like a hearty group of people. Do you know what I mean? And not just like
Yeah.
I mean, it'd be fun to go with Ryan. Do you know what I mean? Because he's never been, so I think it'd be
Yeah.
fun. But I don't think that I'm the best person to go with Ryan because, like, fuck, I wouldn't want to go with my husband. I don't know. He wouldn't
Well,
shouldn't have to go with his wife.
we
Do you
could
know what I mean?
but we
Like,
could
fuck
plan
that
a
fun.
couples trip and then our Ryans could just do what they need to do.
But even that, it's like my Ryan and your Ryan are also into very different things. Do you know what I mean? Like, although I'm sure they want to go to Hell's
Drinking
Kitchen and
though,
like
yeah,
and like racing cars in the desert
that's
or
the thing.
whatever. That is a thing. Sorry, my watch is
And
going off here.
drinking is important for both of them, so they would both find
It'd be
joy
fine. Exactly.
while I Uber to Target.
Exactly. Well, we're like, peace. We're going on a. We did share that story here. We're going on a soul trip to Target with that gal, with your friend who's a taxi
Oh,
driver.
yeah. Denise or whatever. I don't know.
I don't know who saved your life that day.
She
I'm
was so
sure.
good.
Okay, that's in a previous
He
episode.
fucking,
Don't ask me which
things could have
one,
been,
but it was
yeah,
it
angels
happened.
were like, hey, this could have been a bad idea.
They're like, so girl, you're gonna be stranded out here. Nobody's gonna want to come to the strip to pick you up. You're gonna be fucked.
And you have
Like,
no phone. You have a phone that you didn't decide to
yeah,
upgrade that old travel plan to get
exactly. So it
texting
don't
or
work.
phone calls
Mhm. Yeah,
outside of Wi-Fi.
I know,
Idiot.
but that's so
Anyways,
funny.
that's the
Oh,
story.
how
Yeah.
the time has changed. Anyways, okay. Was there anything we wanted to catch up on? Also, what time is it?
Yeah.
I don't
So
even know. Okay,
Valentine.
what? I'm just checking to see, guys. We were actually like we discussed the plan. Oh my god, Brittany. Like, so I set
So
a
we're
timer
good.
for
We're still good. We still got time.
we
We
have
still got
15 minutes, Brittany. It's 16.
Oh no,
16.
we can.
Like literally
Oh
from
god.
35. Because I was like, if I set it for 35, then it'll remind us for 40 minutes. We're like, okay, so I think we're just gonna dive in. That's what we'll do.
It's gonna be fine.
We're not gonna
Okay,
rush
but
it.
before
We're
we go
just gonna
into
embrace it.
no, yeah. So
Huh.
today is Saturday, and Valentine's Day has just passed. And
Yes.
Valentine's Day can be a hot topic for a lot of people. Some people love it. That's like their favorite
Yes.
day of the whole year. They love to celebrate it. They love to show their love to all of their people. Some people, no, that is not
Mm-hmm.
something that they're part of. They despise it. And that's okay. Whatever your feelings are for that day is totally okay.
Yeah.
One thing that I would say has come up for me going through this Valentine's Day was how many people were just like, let's talk about positive affirmations about ourselves and
Yes.
giving ourselves the self love before we give to others, emptying
Yes.
our cup for others. Whereas, like, let's talk about, you know, what can you do
Yeah.
that's self love so that way you can walk away from that day, even if you consider it just another day, and that's okay.
Yeah.
Of just like, what can you do today that makes you feel loved? And then,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, I think that like that has to like that's really important. I think that has to do with like that lucky girl syndrome as well. Talking
yeah,
positively about yourself and about
mhm,
your circumstances and about your life has like a obviously a very long lasting effect, right?
yeah,
Yeah, so I've got like a couple like self-love rituals or not even rituals, but I mean yes, rituals.
yeah.
But I'm like yes, no, yes, no. But things that
Arguing
you
with
can
yourself.
do. I'm sorry?
Yeah. Arguing with yourself.
All the time.
Yeah.
But things you can do to show yourself some love. Yes. So we're gonna do, yeah, we'll talk about that. And I think that's probably the best place to start. And then we can
Yeah.
talk about some other stuff. I
Yes.
suppose we have time. We have
We
time
do
to
have
do
time.
all the things. We're
We have
not in a
all the time.
rush. You guys came here.
You guys are good, right?
You guys are
You
good,
guys are good.
right? You good? You want to pause, get a drink, just hang with us for a little while? This is like,
Yeah, exactly.
but you know what? I
It's
fucking
fine,
love these
right?
episodes. I know we're gonna dive in. I promise, guys. It is coming. But like, I was thinking of like, eventually we're not gonna run out of topics, but like, we should just chat.
It's banter.
We're
This is
just
what
gonna
you signed up
banter
for. This is
about
why
some
you're here.
stuff. This is
We
basic
do learn
banter.
something once in a
Yeah,
while, but
exactly, right? And I think that'd be great. So I think if we should like we put so much pressure on ourselves, like Britt and I do, to like prepare this shit. And even like I guess
and
I'm
halfway
so
through we're like, we don't care about it.
like literally we could spend hours researching, which we do, and like sorry. And then it comes down to it. I'm like, ah, fuck it, it's fine. Or like I'll just
Mhm.
throw it in there and be like, I
We'll
spent
just
so
wing
much
it.
time. Exactly. So, anyways, so yeah, let's start with self-love because that
Fun.
is important shit. Um, yeah, I've got a couple things here. I'm just gonna fucking dig in. Um,
Yes.
I don't this again, this is like stuff that I have that I've never actually like thought of doing for this
Mhm.
specific purpose or like seeing it as self-love. So, I mean, for the right person,
Okay.
absolutely. And I've gifted some of this shit too. So,
Mm.
you could like to show yourself self-love is to like wear crystals that like help bring out that sort of self-love and self like
So like rose
appreciation.
quartz.
Rose quartz,
Mhm.
moonstone,
Mhm.
pearls, and garnet. Obviously there's a little bit of a theme there when it comes to like the pinky and the red. You could also like do a green stone like an emerald as well. I can't see why
Oh
you
yeah.
couldn't.
Yeah, that would be
um
good.
yeah, it's like wearing crystals like that. I don't know. wearing other types of jewelry in like the shape of like a lotus flower or the Om symbol or like the evil eye. And then I found a reference to it's called like a red string. So
Oh,
sorry, I'm like losing my breath. The red string is like a oh god, I saved it up here because I was so fascinated by it. History of the red spring. Where are you? Oh fucking son of a bitch. You cannot minimize when you're recording this meeting. Guys, I know. We know. There it is. Can I look at it?
we're
Oh, I
fucking
can.
aware, guys.
They're fucking aware that I cannot control this. Okay, so yeah, it's in a bunch of different religions. Some including but not limited to Hinduism, Kabbalah, Buddhism, Christianity, and ancient Chinese legends, that the red string wards off evil.
Okay.
Yeah. Da, 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 da. In some religions, the red could also be yellow or white. So yeah, depending on the religion, it could be worn on either wrist, depending on if you're single, if you're married, or a man or a woman, or identify as such. Yeah, so you can use it to like for prayer and protection, to ward off evil. It's good for karma and for luck. Um, it's something that you can gift to one another. Anyways, I just saw that. I was like, oh, that's neat. I like would not have ever like I
It's
saw
funny
it and I was
because
like,
like
what does
for
that mean?
so many years, the reason why I'm familiar with it is because of Madonna, if you can believe it. Years
Donna
ago, yeah, Madonna, because she would have a red um
string bracelet.
yeah, I was like, red string? Yeah, red string around her wrist for like years.
Yeah.
And I remember when that's the first time I was ever like introduced to Kabbalah
Oh,
because that was something she practiced, and
yeah.
that was the first time I had ever heard of even like the red string, because I was always like, what is that for? What is happening?
Interesting. So that would
Yeah.
be like a sign of self-love. I was like, that is so neat.
And who doesn't
Very
love themselves
cool.
more than Madonna?
Madonna. Oh, seriously. Girl, girl, go, girl. I mean, go for it. Totes. As RuPaul says,
Live your goddamn life.
what does RuPaul say? You don't love
can't
yourself?
you
Oh, yeah,
can't if you can't love yourself, you can't. No, sorry. Yeah, if you can't love yourself, you can't love anyone else.
exactly. But he says it with much more sass.
Mhm.
Anyways, yes. Um, yeah, and then affirmations. So,
Mhm.
I
I
guess,
have a bunch.
yeah, I have a bunch too.
Okay,
I'm so
you go
sorry.
first. You go first.
I am lovable. Sorry, what? I am
Okay.
lovable. But the way I have it written down is I am lovable as I am. And I'm like,
That does make
as
sense though.
am I. I am lovable. I am lovable. Fuck yeah, I
Mhm.
am.
Mhm.
Go ahead. Go back and forth. Let's ping pong this bitch.
Okay. I am one of a kind.
Oh, I like that one.
I know. I know.
I deserve all of the blessings heading my way.
I add value to the world.
Oh, I like that. Value is a good word. Mm. I accept myself as I am, both virtues and flaws.
I
Yeah.
am evolving every day.
Oh, I like that one. I
Oh, that's a
am
good one.
I am magnetic and powerful.
Oh, I like that. I like that. I am worthy of love.
Oh, that's good. I respect myself and my boundaries.
Good one.
Yeah,
I deserve the best.
I love that. And then like one more each maybe. Um
Yeah, that sounds good.
da, 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 da. I've got a whole bunch here, but I mean y'all don't
I
need
know, so
that.
do I. I'm like, oh, God.
I'm just gonna stick with what it is and say I am enough.
I love that.
Yeah,
Um, my last one is because I can't decide
I
really,
know.
but
You
I'm
say a
going to
bunch.
just,
Okay.
I'm creating the life that I want.
Perfect.
That's the one I'm
Boom.
going to end with. Yeah.
So like,
I love self-love
yeah,
affirmations. You should
totally.
put
And like
them on your
they're
wallpaper, on your phone. You should
yes.
put it on your mirror.
Yeah.
Honestly, the hardest part is looking at yourself in the mirror and
And
telling
telling yourself
yourself,
that, yeah,
but you should.
you know, I find this has been like my one of my rituals, which actually ties into a little bit of what we're going to be talking about after this.
Mhm.
Um, rituals wise, is like having that like again that one-to-one talk. I
Yeah.
mentioned in the last episode that I fucking talk to the moon on the full moon
Yeah.
because of course I do. Bitch,
Of
it's
course.
been
Why
a
not?
month. Tell me what's new, right?
Yeah.
But like when it
Show me
comes to
the
the new
goods.
moon, or just like when I do like because I typically shower at night, like I write in the steam on the glass like my
Oh.
wants, my my thought. Do you know what I mean? Like things that I just like need to get out of my brain and like look at. I'm a person, obviously, when I have like my notes, I'm like always
Like a
writing, like
visual learner.
it's just how my body translates back to itself.
Yeah.
So that's how I do it. I've
Cool.
definitely like, given myself the lecture in the mirror as well, but I find that that's the kindest way that I can come to myself, that I'm open
Nice.
to
Yeah.
opening up to so willingly. And of course, I'm like in the shower and I'm like in like one of my happiest
You're the
spots.
most
So
vulnerable places though, because you are
like
in the
you're
shower.
naked. You're fucking
You're
naked.
naked. Naked.
You should
Writing
be
all of your
in the
novels on the
shower.
wall.
Exactly. Oh, so funny. I know. And then when I'm done though, like and again, this is kind of funny because I do talk about this in there too, how um when I'm done my shower and like because those are my thoughts, right? So I've just left my like little journal written in steam on the glass. So I like wipe it all away because it's mine to like keep,
Yeah.
or it's mine to shed if it's time to like I want to rid this. Like I actually use that as my whiteboard and I'm just
Yeah.
like, bye, down the drain you go.
Well,
Wash my
it's just
hands
like
out.
what people do when they write it out and they
Yep.
burn it. It's the same thing. They've
Exactly.
released it. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
I
How
like
do
it.
you like show yourself self-love or do
I
any of these
do.
affirmations?
Well, actually, I have a really random example, but so this is goodness.
This is
How
goodness.
old am I? This is goodness. This is
Oh,
so many.
this is goodness.
Okay, so when I graduated, they had a time capsule where you had to write a letter to yourself.
Yes.
At my 10-year reunion, I got the letter. I was gonna,
Yeah.
and I could read it, and it was a letter. So I've never done that before. I've
Oh
never
yeah.
written a letter to myself before.
Yeah.
So the first fucking line, and I'll never forget this, and it made me laugh because I was like, "Oh, past Brittany, you're such a loser, but I love you."
It's okay.
My first line is, "Hey, Britt, how's your hair?" Why? No idea. And at the time, I read it and I was like, "Oh, that's actually like pretty nice. Thank you."
Actually, at the time,
I'm actually
she
really
was
happy with
not
that.
she was doing great. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
So
funny.
I made sure to include it in my next future letter of like, "Hey, Britt, how's your hair doing?"
That's so
But
funny. So you've written
yeah.
another like 10-year or whatever letter to yourself? Oh, that's
Mhm.
fantastic. I
Yeah.
love that.
So I really, really liked that practice because you do forget. I couldn't tell you the stuff that I wrote down in my previous letter. I was like,
Yeah.
holy shit, I didn't know I said any of that.
Yeah.
And then the letter that I then wrote again, I can remember bits and parts now where I'm like, wow, holy shit. Okay. But
Mhm.
I would say that was probably the most important thing that I've learned about self-love is taking the time to write to yourself.
Yeah.
So whether you then put it in a time capsule or a note in your phone or whatever, and just like, give
Yeah.
yourself a timer of like in 2 months from now.
Uh-huh. Exactly.
But
That's nice. That's a really nice
yeah,
practice. With my graduating class, I think mine like came really early. Like it was not 10 years. I think I got it in like
really?
oh, I'm sure I got it like maybe after 7 years or like it was
It
really
was mailed to
early.
you?
It was mailed to me
Oh,
really
ours weren't like
early.
we had to get ours at the actual event,
Yeah, well,
at the grand event.
I was in labor pushing a child out of my hee-haw on our
Yeah.
10-year. But again, we got it before that. I can't remember what date it was.
Oh,
Actually, it would stay on the envelope because it was mailed
it
to me,
would.
right?
Yeah.
But it is not here. It is back in Canada.
In
So I'll
Canada.
have a look this summer when I come and visit.
Yes,
So
if mom hasn't thrown it out.
it wouldn't have been. It's in one of my like boxes of treasures. So
Ah,
I have it.
yes.
I'm sure I
The
have it
treasure
somewhere.
boxes. The treasure boxes that we all
Exactly.
if anyone else is a pack rat like us, we are there's stuff that I'm like, I'm not letting go of that. That's gonna
No.
move with me forever.
I still
So
have like one of my ex-boyfriends like IDs. Like I don't know
mhm.
why. There's
Oh,
no
I've got a
need
bunch
for
of
it.
that.
Got a bunch of that shit. No,
I got
I've
to,
got
yeah,
like
stuff that's
things.
so unnecessary, but you're like, but I want it. It's good
Yeah,
memories. Who
like we need to
cares?
like start a rule with like if it stinks, it should go. If
Yeah.
it's sticky, why is it sticky?
Go.
It should probably go. But you know what I mean? I'm like, oh, it stinks, sticky. So any other S's? So cool.
Sticky.
So illegal.
Sticky. Yeah. Well, so illegal. There are some things that we have that is definitely not supposed to ever be a property of somebody.
It's fine. It's all good.
Yeah.
So
It's all
yeah,
forgiven.
it's all good. So you know what? Yeah, Oh my God, Brittany.
Anyways, that's our self-love.
That's our self-love. I'm not going to tell you where the timer is because it's
Uh,
way
it's gonna
blown
be fine.
past it. It's
Like
going to be
super
fine.
fine.
My
Yeah.
wristwatch is just going to go. Um,
But we
hey,
want to know too, like, what do you do for self-love? Like
exactly.
for Valentine's Day, did you do anything for yourself? Did you get yourself a heart-shaped pizza? Did you I laugh because I love this, but I was sleeping in as I do because I don't sleep. And Ryan came in with Tim Hortons with like an iced coffee and a breakfast sandwich, and I was like, "Thanks for breakfast in bed."
That's cute.
I know. He's like, "Well, that's not what it was." I was like,
Yeah,
"It is though,
it is
because
though.
that's all
I'm
it
going to
needs
eat
to
this in
be.
this
I'm
bed.
gonna lay down and eat this."
This is where I'm staying tonight. Yeah, exactly. I was like,
Like it can be
yeah,
so little of like, "Did you have a good
that's
day?
perfect.
That
Yeah.
day looked."
Yeah. No, I don't. We didn't do anything. I had like the worst sleep because I was so sick. Like, I'm not kidding. Okay. So when we had that episode with Kelsey, it
Yeah,
had already been a week, right?
yeah.
So, like, and that was
I was
like,
basically
and I,
closed at that
it
point.
was basically closed. Little did I know it was going to get even worse.
Yeah, no
So
one would have guessed
I
it
went to the
was.
doctor the next day, got like the drop or whatever, and then like it had turned into a sinus infection. So
Yeah.
he said by like Saturday, whatever. Basically, by that time the episode released, it was actually much worse, and
Yes,
they were closed over the weekend because Ireland.
because of course they are.
Because why wouldn't they? And so, anyways, I called Monday. He got me a better, stronger prescription, but then it's like kicked my ass. So then I was
Yeah.
literally, and I'm still reeling from that. So I can
Mhm.
see my eye, you can kind of see a difference.
Mhm.
It's very tired, but it's like we're healing.
But
We're in
it's
a
but it's
journey.
not as closed as it
No, and it's
was.
not as red. It's just swollen. It's just a little close. It's a
You can
little
keep
tired.
pictures of like the progress because you should
Yes.
almost like post in the story, like make a
Be
reel, just
like,
like da 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 da.
exactly. Like do one of those like it fades into one
Granted.
photo. That'd be funny.
Exactly.
Yeah. So, anyways, I don't know where we're going with this. What are we talking about? Oh yeah, that's why I did Valentine's Day. So yeah,
Yeah.
started taking my extra strong meds on the Monday, was dying severely. Like literally, I was in bed at 4:30, could not stand, and then I had to take my next meds at like 10 or 11. So I
Oh my
like
God.
sat in bed and I couldn't like move or drink or eat anything. Oh, that's my timer because we ran over our 35 minutes, pretty.
Eh,
Um, Meh
here we
is
are.
right. I should still set another one, just so I know like where we're at.
Mhm.
But yeah, so Ryan brought me soup, and
Mm,
that was nice of him. And
that's
then
very nice.
and a fresh water, and I just like I was so cold. I was feverish. It was a whole thing. Anyways,
Yeah.
so then on Tuesday morning, like again, I had slept like all night. He let me sleep in, Angel, and he like parented the children full
Which is
time.
great.
It was great. It was so
It's a good
good.
teammate.
It was a
Good
great
teammate.
teammate. He stepped up and I needed him then, and it was amazing because I was like feeling so guilty that I was
Well,
like, oh
yeah.
God. But I literally like, and even now, like I'm still like obviously I've had to deal with what I have because he's gotta go back to work and I'm
Right.
not literally on my deathbed anymore. So that was
No,
our Valentine's Day. So
which is still okay because, like, really, at the end of the day, you take care of each
mhm.
other. That's why you're in a partnership.
Exactly. Yeah, it is
Things are not always going
exactly
to be great. They are definitely going to feel one sided once in a while,
marriage.
and that's is what it is.
Oh,
Marriage.
exactly. Marriage. Yeah, so that was good. Anyways, we don't really celebrate anything else for Valentine's Day. We're like, we'll do supper
Yeah.
later. That's just not
Mhm.
something that we've ever like there should always be chocolate in the house. I don't want it to be
Yeah.
just on one day. Like I always want fucking chocolate. You see it?
Yeah.
He got some choco bonds. That's what he got. I don't know
Oh,
when, but they're in the house and I've been snacking on them.
amazing.
Delicious.
Hmm.
And I don't want roses. I would
I
like an
kill
orchid.
flowers.
I would like one
This
orchid.
one's fake. This
Okay.
is fake. That's a succulent. That's a thing. I don't know what that is, but I kept those alive. I don't know how.
This is my peace lily. She's in there. Da, da,
Hmm.
da, 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 da. Anyways, yeah. So I do like plants, but
Hmm.
it's kind of dying. I got to do some pruning. Anyways, so cool. Anyways, I hope
Valentine's
your
Day can look
Valentine's Day was
different for
great.
everybody, though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I hope it was
Whatever
good.
makes you feel good.
I hope if you observe, it's what you wanted, and
Hmm.
that's fine. I don't know. Galentine's Day is its own day, right?
I think so. I think
Maybe
that's
it's
the 13th.
Palentine's Day. I don't know. Anyways, but because it's just for the gals, why can't it be for all of them? So anyways, doesn't
Maybe
matter.
that's why they call it Valentine's Day. I
Not
don't
Palin.
know.
I just named that up. I just
No,
named
no,
that
you
up.
didn't actually. I've seen signs.
Palentine's Day?
Mhm.
Oh, because that's
I just made it
okay.
up. Like, no, you didn't actually.
Okay. I like it. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Picasso.
But no, it's nice. Picasso.
I like it, Picasso.
Good. Good God.
Um, okay, cool. So let's actually like talk about what we wanted to actually like originally talk about.
Yes. Since it's Saturday and 2 days from now, it's
Yes.
Monday. And
Two
on
days.
that Monday, we get a
New
new
moon. A
moon.
new one. Boo,
A
boo, boo, boo,
new
boo.
moon. So it's
A
a fresh start.
new moon.
And I think we have an episode talking about new moons and rituals and stuff like that,
We
but it's just
have
kind of like a review.
we have full moon
Oh,
rituals. Yeah, so this is for new moon. We talk about, yeah, we do like the moon phases and like what to do and when and whatever. But
mhm,
yeah, for this specific, not for, well, I have some that are specific to this new moon, but we're just going to chat about like some things that you can do during a new moon.
yeah.
Some that are elaborate and some that aren't. So like don't
Yeah.
overthink it. I think that's what comes down to
Mhm.
everything is like as you do it with intention, that is all that
Oh
matters. If you
gosh,
took the time,
absolutely.
you took a minute, you took 10 minutes, you took 20 minutes, or whatever it is, that. So yeah, so
Mhm.
a new moon. This one is February 19th.
Love
This
it.
is the the new moon in Pisces. So this one is all about surrendering and grounding yourself.
That's
So
nice.
a Pisces is it's depicted by two fish kind of working in like a yin and yang or anyways, the theory is that these two fish are on two different journeys, but no matter which path they take, they eventually
Mhm.
will all land in the same place. So it's just like life's never ending kind of journey. So
I like it.
yeah, so with a new moon brings new beginnings. So at this time is when we want to start planting the seeds of manifesting and like, you know, our projections for new projects. So you can practice any of these rituals. Some people like to do it the day before the new moon, some like to do it on the full moon, some like to do it the day after. So this kind of like magical periods kind of spans that 3 days. Like I always say for like full moon as
Yeah.
well. Full moon is
Yeah.
kind of like it's almost like a thing of convenience, right? It's again intention. As long as it's around a full moon or around a new moon, then you're
Yeah.
grand. Um,
Absolutely.
I've been talking to the Irish people too much because I've just said you're grand. I'm so sorry about that.
You did say that,
Yeah. So
yeah.
I guess the biggest thing is again, you've got your intention, but like you can make this 100% personal to you and how
Yeah.
so like I said, there's no
Absolutely.
homework police coming to be like, you didn't do it right. It's like, fuck, you showed up for yourself. You did this amazing
And
thing.
it can look any ritual with the
Exactly.
best intentions can be perfect.
Yes, exactly. So yeah, I have a little food for thought here.
I like it.
Um,
Tell me all the things.
okay. So I guess when you're preparing yourself for this, you know, ritual again, because we want to manifest some stuff here.
Mhm.
I want you to take a minute and kind of think about what do you need at this moment? So what not necessarily in terms of like physical possession, but like what will help? What do you need? What do you need? Do you need confidence? Do you need money? Do you need, you know, a plane ticket? Do you need you know, if you need any of these, you need the key to this new apartment, or do you know what I mean? Like you need,
Yeah.
what do you need right now? So that's gonna be our first stepping stone. So from that point, that's a pivotal point for us to continue to move forward from there. So this is also a time to reflect on some old wounds. So you might want to think about it like this. Um, if you need to heal from the past, if you need to start thinking about those old things that are, you know, like a scab that's just not healing,
Mhm.
let's start to heal that now by leaving that crap behind us. Right. And
Perfect.
and again, let's move forward. Let's see what we can do. Bring a feeling um of healing in and yeah, at this time it's kind of like a detox. You need to start feeling those feelings. So if it is like recognizing behaviors or having that really serious conversation with yourself or someone else, feeling your feelings and bringing that, you know, leaving it behind, closing the chapter, and then starting that chapter right now, manifesting new. So kind of like, I don't know. Anyways, I had to get that out. Do you know what I mean? I always feel
Oh, I
like
love it. It's
when I'm like
perfect.
channeling, I feel like I'm always lecturing and I'm like, blah, blah, blah,
Ooh.
blah, 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 blah. Anyways, so sorry about that.
No,
Um,
don't be sorry
so
ever.
yes. So yeah, feel your feels. It's okay to absorb it.
Love
Absorb
it.
it. You have to get through it, right? You gotta go through it to grow through or whatever. Grow
No,
through.
that's right. That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it no, it's true.
Yeah. So
Oh, it's good.
Anyway, so yeah, I've got a
I
couple
like it.
rituals that I just kind of wrote out here. But do you have
Wicked.
anything to add to that before I jump in?
This is just the best time to like
Mm-hmm.
manifest. New
Manifest that shit.
moons, new beginnings. If
Yeah.
you were waiting to do your vision board for the year, this
Sorry.
is the time.
I tried to
Or
I
you had
tried
to
to
mute
mute.
yourself and you didn't do it. And that's okay.
I did it now,
Um,
and then you were quiet. I'm like, start
oh,
talking,
sorry.
Brittany.
I'm so sorry.
I also love how you like
Uh,
leaned away, like I was gonna cough at you. So you're funny. That's
I
funny.
didn't I didn't even know I did that.
Video
I was like,
proof.
what did I
Right.
do? What did I
Okay.
do?
Well, anyways, okay. Well, I've got some. Let's do. I called this one an express ritual. So this is
Ooh.
okay. So like it's 10 to 15 minutes. It's not. Do you know what I mean it's as much time as you can dedicate to yourself because that is what
Yeah.
this is. Treat this is like an appointment or like a commitment to yourself. So
Yeah.
you've got 5 minutes, you've got 1 minute, you got like honestly, they say like 3 minutes is like an excellent start for anything, right? 3 minutes goes by very slow and very fast if you put your time to it.
Yeah.
So find a comfy spot, just like wherever. Like I love this chair. This is seems to be like my chair in the house.
It's definitely your chair.
Clearly, it's definitely my chair now. But I used to love like sitting like when I lived in Saskatoon when I was a kid, across from mom and dad's house, there was like the mailboxes, and I literally would sit across the street. Not saying you should go sit outside right now in Canada or wherever you are, or sit
No,
wherever.
it's too
Sit where
cold.
exactly. But I used to sit on like the cement, like on like the corner, and like look at our house, and it was like because the moon was right there. Do you know what I mean? I just like I
Oh
loved.
yeah.
I found like very peaceful. Anyways, I found a really like a nice spot for your heart to rest. Anyways,
I like that.
you may want to grab a journal and a pen or a notepad or whatever you've got. And then yeah, anything else outside of that, those very few things, and you can use like your phone notes or whatever. Anything outside of that is a bonus. So
Cool.
you will use if you want to have incense, if you want to have music, if you want to have comfy clothes. And essentially something like this is you are just going to start by again, like bringing out what you would really love from your life right now,
Mhm.
your kind of your to-do list of bringing in the new, write out some goals, write out what you want for your next month, year, day, whichever. You might want
Hmm.
to write in a journal, or like a separate piece of paper, something that you can kind of keep with you as well.
Yeah,
There's
that's fair.
also these little like quips that you're writing down of things you want to bring in here. You can also put on like individual pieces of paper and like put on your altar as well if you have an altar set up,
Oh yeah.
and then kind of
Yeah.
keep it around for your month or whatever. And then yeah,
Mhm.
so the ones that serve you the most, you want to keep close to you.
Yeah.
So if you've got one that you want to primarily focus on, keep that one close. So that'll be the what we're going to be keeping. And then again with the letting go, you might want to do this letting go and then bring in the new. I don't know, I probably would do it that way. I just kind of said it differently, sorry. But
Mhm.
what you would want to do then with that pad of paper in that safe space that you've created for yourself, you're going to do your letting go. So write down what you want to let go. Um, and that again can be whatever you need to shed. And then in
Yeah.
terms of like discarding that, you can submerge it in water. You can burn the paper. You
Mm.
can tear that paper into many pieces and you can just dispose of it or recycle it. Or
Burn
you
it.
can write it on the shower wall and erase that bitch.
Yes. Exactly.
Exactly.
Yes.
Like literally,
Or write a letter to yourself to open up in the next new moon.
totally, exactly. So yeah, basically, um, the key thing of this is to use this time for yourself, dedicate this time to yourself, because as personal as you make it, that's just so much more. I guess it's just going to instill so much more meaningful, meaningness, meaning, just that word,
Meaningless.
and meaningfulness into the practice. So
Hmm.
yeah, and into the action,
Love
right?
it.
It's all about the action. So
Love
yeah,
it.
so that's my little express one where you just like sit and you just do your thing.
Mhm.
But I did mention like writing on the shower wall. Obviously it'd be weird if you're not having a shower and you're writing on the shower wall. So
You can, but just make sure it's not like someone else is already in
exactly.
there
I
and you're just
mean,
writing on them
but I mean
as
like you
they're in
could
there. You're like,
unless it's like a team shower, Brittany.
and then like do whatever you want. We don't care. Self love.
Exactly. Self-love. Love.
Self
Love,
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 love
love.
others.
Love,
It's
love,
all
love, love,
good.
love. Yeah, so then and I guess again, another ritual. Not as long, maybe just as long. I don't know. I don't have like really long showers like I used to. But you could have like a
Not
clean
unless I have to
yourself.
wash my hair, and that's a whole fucking
Fuck,
thing.
right? Ever
I
since I
hate
became like a real woman and like started not washing my hair every day with like herbal essences. They're like, oh God, I gotta do my hair today. Whereas
I'm
I'm
like,
like,
do it.
it's been wetted, not fully,
Yeah,
but actually I did it today. You'd never know. It's
that's
not
good though.
curly in a bob, but I've got all these like strays everywhere. It doesn't matter. We're not talking about me right now. We're
We're
talking
not
about
talking about
you.
hair. We're talking about
We're talking about
we're talking about
showering.
you, the
We're talking about
listening.
cleaning
The
yourself.
listening.
Listen,
That's
clean
it.
yourself.
Exactly.
Clean
Clean
yourself.
yourself.
That's the name of this one. Clean yourself.
Clean yourself.
So yeah, take a long bath or a shower.
Mhm.
Clean yourself with mindful intention. So basically, it's just like have a bath, have a shower. And like
Yeah,
when you're massaging the shampoo in your head, do it mindfully. And I know that sounds so like silly, but it's like just do it with
no,
intention. Give
it's not
yourself a little
silly.
scalp massage. Show yourself the like
The
self-love. The
self-love.
self-love
Well,
that
really
you
though, it doesn't take that long to
deserve.
give yourself like a minute of self-love.
No, exactly. But it could be like, yeah, washing your hair, rubbing
Mhm.
your muscles, washing your hands at the sink. Do you know what I mean? Just
Yeah.
showing yourself attention.
Hmm.
But again, in this time is like a good cleanse. So you can like massage the tension out of your arms. Do you know what I mean? If I've had a really stressful fucking month and like I'm feeling it in my shoulders, like the least I could do is just massage and thank my muscles, thank my body for showing up for
Yeah,
this past month and hoping
exactly.
that I can release and wash away that like stress going forward.
Yeah,
So, anyways,
totally.
yeah. So yeah. And
I think
again,
those
at
are
the very least, you
amazing.
can add all the bells and whistles. You can have like I know where we talk a little bit about ritual baths right away. Actually, I'm just gonna talk about it now.
All
Um
right.
I'm just gonna fucking do this. I mean, this is more self-love than it is new moon stuff because I
Mhm.
don't know. My notes are all over the place, but who
No, it can
cares,
be both though.
right?
Spiritual bathing is
Um,
just as much as
but yeah.
connection.
Yeah, but like use what you have, use what makes you feel relaxed and relaxed yet like or calm and reflective, I guess is a better way
Hmm.
to put it, because you don't want to be
Absolutely.
asleep. You want to
No.
be like in a place of zen where,
Yeah.
your
Like a
body can do that.
meditative state without you're like, I'm
Yeah.
open.
So like if all you have is like a shower and not a bath
Hmm.
or like a scented body lotion
Hmm.
or like a candle or whatever,
Well, and
whatever
we
you
will
put.
get into spiritual bathing a bit more in a different episode, but
Yeah.
one quick tip to do if you really want a really beautiful spiritual bathing experience is you should get flowers from your garden or of your like one of your favorite flowers. You can get different herbs and spices if you'd like to, whatever is going to smell really wonderful.
Mhm.
And you're going to put it in a big bowl with nice hot water and you're going to kind of mix it in for a couple of minutes just to kind of get all those wonderful scents and everything together. And then you're going to bring that bowl into the shower with you. And as you're showering, you're going to lift up all of that beautiful flowers, the greenery, whatever you decide to put in there.
Yeah.
And you are going to massage it onto your body, thanking the
Mhm.
earth, thanking spirit, thanking everything that makes you feel, one with the earth
Yeah,
and connected to your body.
exactly. Yeah.
And yeah, like uh, it doesn't have to be really extensive. It could just literally be like,
Yeah.
hey, I really like carnations or roses, or I really love this plant that grows in the backyard, like
Yeah.
lavender or whatever. And you're like, I'm bringing it in. And
Just make
that's what I'm.
sure it's not poisonous
Yes, please be
or
careful.
you're not allergic to it
Yeah.
because we are not responsible for that. Also, I
Yes.
mentioned fire earlier. Don't be
Remember,
silly.
guys,
Don't
don't
be
bring your shit
stupid with
down.
fire.
We are
Exactly.
not responsible.
Not
You are
responsible
on
for that.
your own.
Exactly. You betcha. Anyways, so yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if that was all I really had. Oh, I had another one. Sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, what is this? What is it? Da, 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 da. Oh yeah. Drink it in. Drink that shit. So for
Oh,
new moon, I know this is such like a
yeah.
schmoz of an episode. I'm so sorry, guys. But
This is what
this
they sign up
one
for.
I thought was neat because I am a moon water person. So like a full moon,
Mhm.
I put like a jug of moon water out or whatever.
Yeah.
So at new moon, did you hear
Newt
that?
moon.
Newt moon.
Newt.
At new moon, you just like bring a drink. So I like brought my water and you would put it
Mhm.
on your altar or wherever you're kind of doing this. And basically you just want to like envision the new moon is kind of pouring all of your intention into it, all of the good things. Um imagine the moon. I made notes because I always do. Pouring everything that you need in your cup and then just consume it thoughtfully.
Love it.
So it kind of reminded me of like when I read tea leaves, like you
Oh
think about, you know what I
yeah.
mean? It's like a time for meditation, it's time for reflection.
I like it.
Maybe it's the time to ask some of those questions as well. So, I mean, I would almost do that like prior to, I guess my sequence would be like get the letting go shit out of the way. I would drink my tea in, and then I
Mhm.
would write out what I want to do. Now that I've had
Yeah,
chance to like fully reflect on it and
yeah, that's a
like, you
great
know,
idea.
and like now that the moon has given me my dose of whatever. Right.
I think that's a
Woohoo.
great idea.
So yeah. So yeah.
Perfect.
So that's what I
I
got.
love it.
Anything
I
else
love
to
it.
add? Or shall we just pull our cards? Because
I think it's
hell,
ready.
I think
It's
it's
ready for
ready.
some. I think we're ready for some
I think
cards.
we're ready for some cards.
So I'm pulling from a deck that I don't think I've actually pulled on this podcast before,
I
but
don't
it's
know.
my Twin Flame Ascension deck.
No, I don't think you have.
No, I don't think so either. I only
By
pull it up
whom?
for once in a while. By Dr. Harmony, and the art is by Tatiana Hassan.
Nice. Thank you.
Yeah. Yes. So the card that I have pulled today
Yeah.
is the High Priest.
Oh,
Personal
fantastic.
development. Well, and it's like personal empowerment. So it
Yes.
definitely goes on theme for this week's
Self-love.
messages. So it says like when this card appears, it brings the key to life, which unlocks the hidden mysteries held within your soul. This allows you to take back your power and align with your highest destiny, granting you the ability to tap into your greater truth. It also helps your conscious mind to integrate with your supra conscious wisdom.
Hmm.
I like that. So you're embodying a strong sense of courage that creates confidence and provides you with the strength necessary to fulfill your earthly assignment. This is an indication that you are using your greatest potential.
I love that.
Yeah, I like that too.
That's
It's
like,
awesome.
yeah, you're getting your boost of like
Yeah,
what you need. What you
exactly.
need.
You're on the right track. Now you're
Yeah,
literally given all the strength that's right behind you. Just go for it.
exactly. Just go for it. Okay. And I'm going to pull from Oracle of the Roses.
Yeah.
Of the Rose. So I already shuffled and actually
Mhm.
didn't clear it because I was like a delinquent. So I'm just going to quickly say, like, hey, what does the collective need to hear for
I'm
this
a delinquent.
week? This, we've got the mother. Really pretty,
Jessica's
actually.
favorite card.
Oh, the guys, like every time, always. The mother. What you doing? Okay, the mother. The old blush rose. Rosa Old Blush is the name of this rose. It's a pretty card, actually. You're being asked to deepen your faith and beliefs, to look back at where you came from and strengthen connections with the place you began, to mend what needs mending, and even to create new connections. Blah,
Ah.
I can't talk. That was hard. No past can truly be completely left behind. Take some additional self care and self love opportunities. Something remains. I love how these are always spot on. Something remains, and it must be healed or absorbed in some way. The mother nurtures without condition and loves without question. They know that no one is beyond the healing strength that comes from being earthly or divinely mothered. So, this has like a little bit of like more food for thought.
I
Describe
like
what
it.
unconditional love means to you. So you can make that like a journal note for yourself if you like. I'm not gonna go in the botanical things because it's like doesn't
But
really.
you could, because if someone wants to create a spiritual bath for this week.
Toads do it. Okay, cultivated in China for well over 1,000 years, this was one of the most common types of roses brought into Europe in the 18th century. The modern common name, Old Blush, developed over the years because of its color. This is the rose that inspired poet Thomas Moore to pen The Last Rose of Summer, growing up to the height of 5 feet. This plant likes a full sun position with any type of free draining soil kept moderately moist. I hate that word. Flowers in
A
spring, summer, and into autumn. There you go. That was for Brittany and whoever else would like the old
blush
blush
rose
rose.
too.
So yes,
Hey,
the
it's
plant
helping.
energies, I've got two more things, or a few more things. So the
Yeah.
meanings and uses: compassion, love, persistence, patience, and strength. Deities, sorry, not
Deities.
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 Deities,
It isn't
whatever.
isn't deities?
I don't know. Gaia, Isis, Terra, Matter, or can't talk, guys. Oh, I'm so sorry. We're almost through this. Astrological sign is Cancer. So,
Oh, that's pretty
yes.
cool though. If someone were wanting to use that type of flower in their spiritual bath, then it would bring such
Yeah.
wonderful things for
Fucking,
self-love.
I always fucking love when I mean, it always works out with
It's
our
always dead
cards.
on.
It
It
always
always
fucking,
does.
and like, we fuck you so, you just see me do this. I just love it. I
Yep.
love tarot for that
We
reason.
don't
Like,
pre-pick. We
no.
literally read it in real time. We're like, oh
I
shit,
said
it actually.
exactly. And I said to Brittany before we started the episode, I'm like, should we call over? Should we do our reading first? No,
You could. No.
because that's why. Because
Yeah.
we can have a full conversation and I pick it and be like, that's why.
And it's confirming again why
exactly.
we pulled it.
So, anyways, I was really excited there. But you know what?
Like
it's been a long episode. It's been all over the place. But you guys, you've made it.
You made it. You made it to the end.
Guys, again.
Yes.
We love having you. Fuck yeah.
Amazing.
Brittany, do you want to tell them where we can find us? Where we can
Yes.
find us? Or you can find us?
I can tell everyone where everyone can find us.
Please.
On YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram, it's Basic Banter for Witches. And if you want to email us, it is basicbanterforwitches@gmail.com.
That was perfect.
I for some reason thought we had a website. We don't have a website.
Lols. I mean, we do, but kind of like not. It's fine.
No.
Like,
but we are going to talk about merch soon, so stay tuned.
Yeah. Oh my god, guys! Right? Okay, you could be like just like us and like hang out with us and be the clothes and words
and be the clothes. Okay.
Girl needs her A meds to bed. Anyways, okay. All right. We love you, team.
Next time, folks. We love you so much.
Love you. You've made. Oh, I'm so glad you're back. Thank you, guys. Yeah. My self-love to my love and to you, Brittany, is I love you. And I cherish you as my sister and my partner in this little game that we have. And I fucking love it. I love this podcast. I love whoever listens. This is great. Yes. Thank you guys. This is our little passion, our food baby. Girl goes, I need to go to bed. I love you. Okay, I'm like a drunk girl that in the bathroom. Okay, bye guys.
These shoes on my feet, I've had them. Okay. All right, we're leaving now. Okay, we love you. Bye, guys. Bye.